Hello, Black Fox. Good to see you. Welcome to the Thursday night stream. I see Gray Fox in there as well. Welcome, Gray Fox. Good to see you. How is everybody doing this fine Thursday evening? It is hot as all freaking get out there today. Took Roscoe out to a park earlier when it was still light out and ran him around on their little agility course. He had a lovely time, a lot of fun. I had forgotten to change from coming home from work, so I was running there in like jeans and boots. So that was very I'm glad to be inside now. It's very, very hot outside. Smoky out. Yeah, sorry about those fires that keep going up there. Hopefully you guys stay safe. So tonight, as it is written in the scrolls, I will be working on commission artwork for our lovely friend Gray here. I've worked on a few poses, and I think some of them are pretty baller. We'll see. We will definitely see. I have taken my mic filters out, so my mic should be a little bit louder and a little clearer now. It should definitely be over the music. If there's any volume issues, just let me know. I don't appear to be clipping, but I am getting pretty close to it, so I will refrain from my banshee-like screams as I work on the art tonight. Yeah, I took out all of the audio filters that I was using, so I don't have my limiter anymore. My compressor, my noise gate, my suppressor, like all the sound devices that I was working with, I do not currently have. I am still going through my soundboard, my my audio interface, so there is that. But yeah, particularly I took down most of the yeah, see a clip right there. I took down most of the filters. I'm going to have to redo them once I've got a better handle on which ones are actually going to do what I want them to do. So, but yeah. So I'll get the old magic rectangle loaded here. Start looking at some of these poses. You could tell I have my excellent art background. It's perfect. God, I love Iron Giant. That was a great movie. Anyways. So this is what I've been working with. I think these blue ones here were towards the end of the stream last time on Monday. And then these ones in black I've been working on outside of the stream. I think some of these are pretty great. I'm hoping that they fit what Gray is looking for. I might even need Gray to remind me what he's looking for once he's here. But yeah. So I'm pretty happy, especially with number 4 up here. I'm pretty happy with number 5. And I think 7's got some good stuff working for it. Yes, I know the layer is hidden because there were a bunch of sketches I didn't use. Let's see how many put this in. Yeah, this one. This one. I think I shrunk down some of these and threw them in the other one. But I think this one has some really good stuff on there. Like I said, I'm kind of partial to 4 and 5. I think those are pretty cool. But yeah, all up to Gray. Beep beep boop. Beep boop beep. Oh man, oh man. How's everyone's week going? Mine's almost done. I working from home tomorrow, so that's gonna be a lot nicer than having to go to the office. But yeah, so just trying to get through that week. But yep. Let's see who we got. And of course, any of these can be flipped horizontally if need be, just for a different look. These are just kind of how they came out of the pen. So. Oh, I hate how this gets into. Hate that. Give me a second. Try to remove my magic rectangle as another monitor. I don't need it as a monitor. I just need it to be visible on the screen. There we go. Okay. I think. Oh my god, it keeps going back to it. Yeah, just trying to get it to the point where I'm not constantly pulling my mouse out of the iPad, but that's all good. I might just kind of doodle a bit and wait for him to appear. I have dropped my wand. Yeah. Okay. Boo. Oh my god. Just stay on the layer I tell you to be on. Hey, Gray. Good to see you. So, like I was working on earlier this week, I've got some poses, like 1, 2, and 3 are all poses that I was working on last week, or earlier this week. Put together these other ones in black over the last couple days. Just trying to see if any of these are closer to what you're looking for. Oh, I don't know if, I mean, maybe, I don't know. That could be a fun adventure. Petting Zib. I I'm like a Dr. Fish, except like just scales. 6 and 7? Okay, good deal. I will have to keep 4 and 5 for 4 and 5 for my my files. Those were the ones that I particularly liked. But 6 and 7 definitely are good runners. What I can do. Let me eliminate the rest of these here just by putting them on another layer. And then we can try and see how those other poses look flipped around a little bit. Might be something you're looking for. Alright, let's put a new layer. Boop. Okay, boop. There we are. Ooh, wait, he says. No worries. There's a better view. I like the idea of people just stopping in and taking a look on the taking a look at the art category and seeing this, be like, oh, what's this? And all I'm doing is just singing along to instrumental music. Super fun. Everyone loves it. It's hilarious. Your message got Leost. Leost sounds like a Zelda villain.
Oh no! The Triforce of something has been taken by Emperor Leost. We have to go find it.
Not so fast, hero of time.
Ganondorf. Oh no!
You're liking 4? Obviously, we can refine it a bit more, but let's refine that a little bit and see how you like that. We'll keep these other guys here under wraps. So let's try that again. There we go. And then we paste on a different layer because we will keep for later. Here at Fabian Zip Studios, we use every part of the sketch. We're not wasteful. It's a lie, we're totally wasteful. Yeah, let's develop this a little bit more. Thin down that leg a little bit. Mess with that foot a little bit. I wanted to make sure her bow is in there, but I was getting some severe, like, Kagome vibes. Like, there's only one way to show a bow on a character. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think that's true. But I like this because it's not as if the bow is unready. Because it's strung. It's ready to fire, but she's kind of contemplating. She's thinking about what she's seeing with this city, this civilization that is throwing off this ungodly amount of light, attracting who knows what. I keep worrying if chat is frozen. But yeah, I think this will work. I need to do a little bit more work on that front leg. It's not quite there yet, but that's cool. Let's dive in. Get this sketch. Actually, I should get ye old reference up here. Do, 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 do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Me, me, me. All right. There is the reference. Zoot. And we put up on the monitor and we cover up the Discord because we do not need the Discord right now. There we are. That is much better. No, Black Fox. I don't need you saying random words. I know everyone has lives, and this is very much a chill stream where people just kind of throw it on as background noise, so it's all fine. I just want to make sure that nobody is is frozen or trying to get a hold of me when I am busy gallivanting around here. I don't know about all this pet and zib talk, but it's going to cost money, whatever it is. think this leg actually needs to be up a little bit more. There's so much foreleg. I feel like the dad on a vacation driving, and the kids are all screwing around in the back. I will turn this stream right around. I will start doing taxes. You hear me? Night in the woods.
Why do I have to figure out where your bones are? Here's your collarbone, that's where that goes. There's your sternum, and your ribs. Your pelvis is here. That's good. Need one of those.
This thigh might be a little bit over. A little bit extra. Do do do. Do do do. Do something night in the woods. Do 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 do. How's your day going, Gray? How's your day going, Blue? How's your day going, other primary colors that might be lurking? You'll be happy to know that Roscoe is improving. He's his tummy issues are getting much better. We think we figured out the problem. He is constantly stressed out, and not because he's having a bad time. He is experiencing good stress, like excitement and like super happiness, and as such, it's causing him to get too excited, and it's causing his tummy to get all burbly. So we have turned it down with playing a little bit, and we have we still have kept on the no treats thing for right now, which he hates, but but yeah, he's doing very good. We're just trying to keep him from getting overly excited and overstimulated and stuff. So yeah, things are looking much better for Roscoe. He's doing much better. I never thought I would talk about something going to the bathroom all the time, but here we are. He's starting to mark like an adult dog. So he's growing up. He's growing up before my eyes. He's still my little man. I don't want to Wayne Reynolds this leg here. But if I just hit it... I could if I wanted to. I don't think I will, though, because then it's just like, where's her leg? Because her foot's not dangling down here. What I might do, actually, this is what I love about the sketch phase, is that I can mess with it and just reposition stuff and just have a good time with it. I can move her leg up a bit and then kind of cock the foreleg. Yeah, I would be able to cant the foreleg. What I'll do is I'm gonna take this here. I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna go woo, put it over there because I will probably want it later. But if I cant the leg over a little bit more, make it a little bit more like 3D, making it 3D. Give it some foreshortening. It's not a tremendous difference, but it does kind of help with the positioning. Let's add it with before. Before. After. I think this one's a little bit better. If I clean it up a little, I can probably see a little bit more as to where I want it to be. Fix the hip a little bit. I think with the foreshortening, that probably gets it where I wanted it to be. Big moon. All coniferous forest. Something along those lines, Gray. You'll have to ask the lore master on that one.
I'm just the artist. I'm just doing what I'm told. Make a dark world with the moon.
Daddy do. Some curious little night creature here. Do 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 do, buddy do do do. Oh, I like that. I'm assuming it's like a magical darkness too, because then the darkness, the world of darkness isn't freezing cold, is it? Ew. All of that sounds bad. Not bad story, but like bad times. I'm going to try putting some ink down on this and see how we like it. Give me just a moment to save everything and pop into Clip Studio. Art! Yes. It's an artistic day. That's the cat one I was doing. Oh, God.
Allows the paste. It is too big.
Must
Shrink down?
There we are. Oh, it is the best screenshot from the Iron Giant. Also, that movie has like the most heartbreaking single line, which is at the very end, where the giant tells Hogarth to be good, and he steps back to take off like a rocket, and Hogarth just really quietly just says, "I love you," and it's like, oh God. First and foremost, that poor kid had the absolute worst fucking name. That poor kid. That we do. Wasn't Gunny in that movie? The drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. I seem to remember he being part of the group that shows up when they launch the nuke. Hell yeah, Cult of the Lamb. I threw on some new tunes. We'll see what happens. Y'all ain't tuning in to listen to me yap. Yeah, I thought Gunny was the general. That's what I thought. I could be wrong about that, though. It's been an age since I've watched the entire movie. Oops. Yeah, Gunny was really good, you know? And I think it's interesting because, like, in real life, he wasn't like a mean dude or all. He was like, oh man, he's like, you play one guy in Full Metal Jacket and you'll play them for the rest of your life. Vin Diesel did do the voice of the Iron Giant. Let's not worry about marking, Zib. Let's just get the fucking figure drawn, huh? How about we do that?
Good job. Good Kobold. You get a treat. It's called air. You get to breathe for another day.
Not the ruler. I don't want the fucking ruler. I don't know why I'm doing the eye from a million miles away. I don't know why I'm doing the eye in the first place. Come on, Zib. There are major body systems that need to be drawn first. I'm building her up to look like a linebacker here. Shoulders up the wazoo. She's an archer, so I mean that makes some sense, but still. Let's back up and do a different side. Confident strokes. Confident strokes. Not getting that. Not getting confident. Drawing glove. Gotta get that drawing glove on.
Yeah. Get on there.
Oh, cool. Now I look like Gambit. I looked up and saw Black Fox's message. It said you have one air. I thought it said you had one Airbud, and it's just like, no, there's multiple Airbuds and then Air Buddies. That's right. He's bringing it right back to fucking Airbud.
Walf.
Sorry, I'm so quiet. I've had a tremendous amount of art block lately. And this is helping to chip away at that. I'm kind of getting more into the zone at the moment. Which is great. Which is absolutely great. She does have claws. She has 4 toes, doesn't she? That is a little off. Let's bring that back down. Oh man, you know what we should watch one of these nights? Like just as stream like background noise. We should watch the original 60s, 70s Chuck Jones version of Ricky Tikki Tavi. That is such a good story, and B, it's beautifully illustrated. And Orson Welles does the narration. That bow is garbage. Stop making garbage bows, Zib. No, says Zib. Nobody liked Zib. You haven't seen it? Oh man. Maybe when I'm running on comics, I'll play it in the background and we can all watch it. Cause that shit was my jam as a halfling. As a hatchling, Jesus.
Ugh, halflings. Ugh. Bleh, 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 bleh. Barf, barf, barf.
Yeah, Ricky Tikki Tavi, man. Good shit. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that when they chose to redo the Jungle Book, they didn't. She has 4 fingers. They didn't do some of the other Jungle Book stories like Ricky Tikki Tavi, since that was a Kipling book as well. Kipling's Jungle Book was very dark. I'm sure if I just play it on stream, it's fine. I'm sure if I fucking record it, it'll be... I could probably have it on stream. I probably just can't make a YouTube video on it. Which reminds me, I don't think I've put up the other one. Oh, zip. I'm literally like 10 minutes away from just like printing out a hand, like a hand pose reference from my printer. So I just have like a 3D robot hand at my desk that I can just stare at. No, I did not post the Monday stream yet. I should do that. I'll just post both of these. Do, 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 do. Let's get Longbow in there. Just. Single decisive stroke. Not really important news, but my my players in my Starfinder campaign are nearing the end of their adventure, and they have already selected the next adventure they'd like to play. They could choose from the Dead Suns adventure path, which is a full 6-book adventure path. I had some other one, I think. But they surprised me and didn't pick anything that I thought they would. They chose to the adventure path that I have called Mechageddon, which is essentially just kaiju fights and giant mech suits. So I'm excited to play that. I'm also terrified. These people are very good at powering through campaigns. Okay. Gray, how are we liking the pose here and the general body shape? This is obviously doesn't have any deets, but yes, Starfinder 1, the original. Starfinder 1.0, where it was perfected in the forges of Starfire. Yes, I very much like Starfinder. Awesome. Good deal. So we'll just give her some big old bazonkas. No. Oh, man. I had... It was a long, long time ago when I was but a fledgling artist, and I had opened for commissions because I thought I was ready. I wasn't. And somebody tried not to commission me, but to request something. I'm like, oh, gee, well, okay. And just what they wanted was so... not abhorrent. That's not the word, but it was so... You ever see something and just go, no? Like I refuse to believe this exists. I refuse to believe that somebody likes this. And and it was just this. I don't even want to recount it, but it was like I don't do the ridiculous shit, man. I just don't. Think along the lines of that famous shittily drawn Luigi. That's just how it is on this bitch of an earth. God. I hate that picture, but every time I see it, it makes me laugh. It's like somebody drew this. It's like when you can't blame shit on AI, you know? When it's like, no, a person drew this with intent. Intent to harm, probably. Okay, we will have to figure out where that tail is and what it is doing. It does look like she has. Yes, she does. She has a lovely wolf tail. Oh, it's the original FM audio mixed with the real audio for Etrian. Oh, let's clean that up, 'cause that looks terrible. Not today, not for our friend Gray. Only have the finest artwork. And in lieu of that, because I am terrible at what I do, I shall find someone to make the great art for him. Good to know that there is a screaming goat in the lamb cult now. Okay, so I'm gonna shove these together because they are more or less supporting each other. Great, grand, wonderful. You know, I'm actually going to shift that foot. Because right now the knee is pointing in one direction and the foot is pointing in the other direction. The knee and the foot should point in generally the same direction unless they are broken. And I don't think that's what Gray's going for here. So I'm going to go ahead and just step that out a bit. Trailing toe there. Okay. Has anyone else seen that new Five Nights at Freddy's game, the Into the Pit? I've been watching Markiplier play it, and it's been very interesting. Okay, I'm feeling slightly better about that knee and that foot placement now. Actually, you know what? Instead of just doubling up on lines, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give these lines a little bit of a nudge and put them, adjust line width, thicken. There we go. Better. I will say I am kind of glad that they moved. Glad isn't the word. I'm not a huge fan of the franchise. Not that I don't like it. I just am tired of it. I think it's had its piece. And once the normies get a hold of it, aka like Hollywood, it's already 5 years too late. It's like if they had done the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in, I don't know, 2019, okay, great. That would have been a fantastic time to do that. Huge in the public consciousness. But, you know, in the year of our Lord 2023, you know, our Lord Tiamat, it's a bit old. Like, it's like everyone has heard of it. There's no shock value anymore. It's like everyone at this point now knows the trope of, oh, look, haunted animatronics that come alive and try to kill you. And, oh, man, you're stuck in one spot. You know, there's been a million games based off of it. So it's no longer kind of in that special phase where a movie would kind of, you know, bring it into the light a little bit more, into the normies kind of space. So it's like, I am surprised this series has lasted as long as it has. I think it definitely got rejuvenated when Scott kind of stepped down as the creative director, because he just, I don't know what happened to him, but he got mean. He didn't need to get mean. You have all the money in the world now, man. There's no reason for you to be mean. I guess it wasn't that he got mean. It's that nobody wanted to follow his politics. And it's like, you know, keep that shit under wraps, sir. Okay, yeah, give it some curvature there. Is that Bible? Straight Bible? Chaotic Bible? basic body form. We've got it. Okay. All right. So dim that for a moment. Let's get some detail. Gray, I'm going to assume, because I love the reference that you gave me. Is her armor kind of a onesie? Is it kind of like a one-piece swimsuit style, or is it just the top? Does not really matter. I'm just trying to go for accuracy here. Is it like is it just the kind of let's not do on the layer that I'm working on, please. There is a baseball game that Ferdy is actually already at. Let's see. So, just going off the picture, it looks like she has kind of a bodice, just like a one of these, which is a-okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Simplifies the armor a bit. I just didn't know if it went further and was more of a high hip kind of situation. Very 90s Marvel. But I mean, don't look at me, man. Animals don't wear pants, so. Can mod it? Okay. You want to go with the bodice or with like the onesie? I was late getting up this morning. Yeah. Yeah, they have like the one sleeve for their holding arm. Yeah. Does she have one pant leg? She arches with her feet. Speaking of lady archers, I remember there being some big uptick in attention on Amazons at one point. Probably during the Wonder Woman phase that we had going on for a bit. And I remember there was this discourse just like, oh, Amazons, they had to cut off one of their breasts to be an archer. And it's just like, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Nobody would do that. Just wear a tighter shirt. God. Wear armor. Put something over the boob. But yes, I do know what you mean about the sleeve. In the reference, she has a bracer, which is common as well. Yeah, it is very stupid. The fact that it was like a commonly known thing is very stupid to me. It's kind of kind of along those lines of, oh, well, you know, all the Star Fox pilots had their legs taken off so they could, they wouldn't lose as much blood to 0G, or to high Gs. And it's like, well, here's the funny thing about that. They don't need that because they have the G diffuser system. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Yeah, I paid attention to the comics. Yeah. It's just, I'm sure they didn't want to draw digitigrade legs, and they didn't. So they just... Also, Star Fox... I think Star Fox 64 was the first time you really saw the characters in their entirety, and they were just like triangles. So, whatever. Cyberpunk is different. The Archer armor for the top and a onesie to wear underneath. Okay. Yeah, no, I get you there. So, kind of have like a dual system here. So there's the Archer kind of bodice. Oh yeah, Cyberpunk. Archer armor for the top and a onesie to wear underneath. So okay, I gotcha. So yeah, it would be, yeah, I see. Would you want that to go up, kind of up to the shoulders, kind of like a Katya thing, where she's got the bodysuit that goes up to the shoulders, or would it be a just the bodice and like the low onesie? Sorry for all the questions. I just want to make sure I get you what you're looking for. I do like Cyberpunk. I actually haven't played Cyberpunk in a long time. I should get back into it. Now that I have a graphics card that can actually wreck on it. Up to the shoulders. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, good deal. She has all of that pretty neck fluff. So we'll cut it a little lower, so she has more room for the fluff. That way she doesn't have to have a turtleneck on. Trap Finder themed D&D game. My goodness. You are in a room. There is a trap. What do? I set it off. Game over. Fluff for the win. The fluff will actually probably be its own layer, to be honest with you, because she has so much fluff. And then we get her cups runneth over. Not tremendously so. Okay. I do like that look. I do like that look a lot. And she doesn't have any other, aside from her little scarf, she doesn't have much else, and the bracer. Magic, it depends on what you're looking for. Everyday magic is a thing. Not everybody has it, but it's not unheard of. It's not some impossible thing. Magic items, much rarer. Sentient things like the Mage's Pearl or Luminous, they're exceedingly rare. And much like how we introduced it in the series, intelligent magic items actually require the sacrifice of the user, a bit of their life force to keep the device running. So that's another reason why they're rare, is because they're very dangerous. A very strong sentient magic item could kill somebody if they used it improperly. Even if they used it properly, they would actually end up dead. I feel like there's always a good opportunity for a price for magic. Magic is powerful, and I love magic, don't get me wrong. I don't want to punish people for liking magic or punish my characters for having magic in their lives. Absolutely not. But it is one of those things where it's like, magic is such a otherworldly thing. When you think about it, I mean, you can scope it as like part of the natural world. You're like, oh, well, the magic of the world is focused on the ley lines and everything. Yes, yeah. I mean, you can certainly do that. That's all fine and good. But An immortal could use magic items, probably to their fullest potential, but again, there would be a degree of sacrifice. So it would probably tire them out. I don't think it would kill them, but it would definitely exhaust them after a while. You know, if an immortal character was using Luminous, even someone like Kisuke who's kind of half and half, if he was using Luminous for an extended period of time, he'd get very tired. And then her scarf is... Okay, it has a little ring. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, ask Steve to go with you. He can cast light. What about John? He knows firebolt. It's a basement with a leak. You'll need the light more than a weapon. And then the next morning, the news is out. 2 Critterkin found dead. Giant rats suspected. I mean, come on, man. It's a basement. It's a basement in a fantasy world. There are rats. Ripe for the adventuring. But yeah, there is a degree of magic that is accessible to people. It's not super strong. It's not the most OP thing you'll ever see. But it is definitely around and available. I like her scarf. Kind of like the idea of it kind of draping a little bit over the shoulder. Summoning does require more energy. To me it's interesting because like I do like, you know, how RPGs have made it more of like a video game where it's like I summon a wolf from the astral plane. Okay, cool. So that wolf is with you now, and you can't cast that spell for another few minutes because you're too tired for it. It's like, oh, okay. And I think that's a good system. But yeah, summoning in the Trapfinders universe is a more draining magic. Not as common. There aren't nearly as many any beasts that that one would summon, since Critterkin are, for the most part, most of the animals that are on the surface there. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Okay, so she has a very, like, a silver kind of hair. Okay. He's bringing someone back to life. He's a key witness. Out fresh. 2 days. Oof, you gotta go down to Arendelle for the lead physician, but he's a bit pricey. A Duke can cover it. We'll head there now. There's an interesting thing about the Trapfinders universe, in that, well, it's not really a secret. I've mentioned it before. There are no resurrection spells. There is no way to bring somebody back. Once they're gone, they're gone. And I struggled with that for a little bit when I was first kind of considering it. And I think what it does is it makes everyone's life worth a hell of a lot more. It also makes someone like Kisuke extremely rare, since he kind of floats between life and death as a half vampire. But yeah, that's something that's always kind of bothered me about D&D. Functionally, as a game, it's very nice to be able to bring my party members back. Kind of like in Wizardry. You can go back to the temple and bring them back. But for me, hey, it's a Doorbald. Welcome, welcome. I am drawing a wolf lady. But it really does kind of cheapen life, doesn't it? Like with the ability to just, oh, we can resurrect this person whenever we want. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. And that's very handy for the game aspect of things, but I don't know. Like I said, it just kind of makes it makes life worth a lot less. Ironic because those spells cost a lot, typically in most games, to cast. Even something like Revivify is not super expensive and can be cast at a pretty low level, which gives me the idea that the game designers want characters to get KO'd. They want them to technically die. Well, I'm also talking about just the magic systems in general in Trapfinder's Black Fox. Oh, we are talking. I thought you said, "Are we talking?" Yep. Yeah, and Dark Souls is a great game. I don't get me wrong. I do love the first and third games. Obviously, I love Elden Ring, Bloodborne, all that good stuff. Death is a mechanic in that game. It's not a condition. It's a mechanic. It's a teaching mechanic. You go to fight a boss. It kills you. Your punishment is now you have to run back to the boss and fight him again. And it gets to a point with that you get so tired of it, and so you push through that boss. You beat them, and your reward is I get to keep going, and I'm not dead. It's kind of genius if you think about it, because the game doesn't give you anything. It just lets you continue playing the game. Yeah, no, it's interesting. Yeah, I decided a long time ago that Trapfinders does not have resurrection spells. And the other thing I kind of, because funny enough, it was a cool story moment for this character that I was DMing for, but there's no way to come back from other like statuses either. Like, for example, if you ran into a Gorgon and it turned you to stone, there's no stone to flesh spell. There's no make person not a statue anymore. They're gone. They're a statue now. All of their guts, all of their bones and everything, they're all stone. And when they're stone, you can't live. So, but being turned to ash, so being turned to disintegrated, being blasted into another dimension, things like that. There's not really a whole lot you can do about those. Now that's the interesting thing about vampirism. There are multiple kinds of vampirism. There is the inherited vampirism. There is the infected vampirism, and one of these can be cured, technically, possibly. But yeah, so that's. And it wasn't like the characters so edgy, you have one life to live. That really wasn't my goal. It was really more just to avoid the cheapness of stuff like Marvel Comics. How many times in the comics has Iron Man died? How many times has Captain America died? It's like, does it mean anything anymore? Of course not. It's just an event now. It's just like, every 10 years or so, they kill off Captain America and bring him right back. So, it's like, I just wanted to avoid that cheapness of, or my personal favorite, my absolute personal favorite, somehow Palpatine survived. It's like, I'm not into that. I'm not into, somehow Kisuke survived. No, that's dumb. I don't need realism in my fantasy series, but I do want there to be some consistency, I guess. Her hair is very interesting. How did the baseball go? Bloop. Let me try that again. Hey, Doorbell, how did the baseball game go? Jesus. Okay, so this is all under the scarf. Pitchers were coming out of the dugout swinging bats. There were batters on the bases with the bats. Outfielders sitting there making dirt castles. It was just a clusterfuck. Well, I'm sorry the game was less than impressive. Here is Wolf Lady to make up for it. Okay. Can start messing around with her markings, I think, once I get this cleaned up a bit. 'Cause this is... Oh, no. The hair goes there. Just goes out of here. Okay. Do. There we go. It's covering the bodice. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Oh, yeah, send me the scorecard. I'm expecting it just to be full of, like, question marks and, like, doodles. Her hair's cool. It's almost like she has dreads. No, I've never played Path of Exiles. Yeah, Grace played it. Come on, Black Fox. Get your head in the game. Okay, let me see if I can add... Just mark out for the markings here. So it is a cut, and then a cut back. Okay. On today's I Remember Zim. Okay. I'm reasonably happy with how this is turning out. I'm actually not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I lie all the time. Do, do, do. Oh, I see. It's more of a entire calf muscle. Okay. Gotcha. A little bit. Oh, no, Adorball. No, absolutely not. No, not at all. Nope. No lion here. Clearly a kobold. How could I be a lion? You're crazy. Thinking I'm some kind of animal. Kobold. Tiamat's chosen. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's really more along this line because she... Yeah, okay. So she has the pantaloons. I see those now. Okay. I apologize if I talk to myself a lot. It's just kind of how I get through this. Fill you with something else. I've had a candy bar and a monster, so I'm a little punchy. Ooh, it's fighting me. Black Fox is just completely just 80,000 miles away. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so the markings. Yeah. Da, 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 da. You have been on a quest with peeps from your class. Though it all turned out fine, there might be some bad stuff in another chapter of Deltarune. In a further chapter of the game. You made friends with Susie, and she killed some stuff good, but you didn't let her kill stuff, because that'd be bad. But it's okay and fine, 'cause Susie's my fave. Everyone can suck it, she's the best. Everyone can suck it. Everyone can suck it. Everyone can. Da 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 da. Boo da dee 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 dee. Ra da da. Ya ba da da ba. Da 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 da. Oh yeah, Rolsei is cute. He is not a projection of your brother. An effect of him moving to college. It's an effect of the moving. Of the moving. He moved. I love the game. And the peeps. They're so nice to look and see. And they have good stories. Na na na. Stepping all over my song, Gray. Ugh. Da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da. would a gem system work in Trap Finders? I refuse to step on something. That's a good question. If gems would work in Trap Finders. I mean, the Mage's Pearl's kind of a gem. Yar, these boobs be troublesome, says I. Said no pirate ever. It's true, I have never said that. Yeah, I don't know if a gem system would work inherently with Trap Finders, but it's certainly something. We're going to learn a lot more about magic in the next chapters or so, since we'll be having some familiar faces showing back up, for good or for ill. No more faceless mages. The concepts, there are things zipping by, and I'm drawing, and I have no idea what's happening. I have to zoom up in the chat. Someone wears a pendant that guides their strikes, or someone who lifts a rock to the sky to move so fast they scorch the earth beneath their feet for like 20 meters. The gem comes from a place like an island where magic is just flowing, and the magic changes animals and the flora and people, and the gem grows in their bodies. I don't know what we're pleasing. Please what? I am knee deep in Wolf Girl. I do not know what's going on. I can barely count. I never learned to read. There we go. Oh, more faceless mages. I was so confused. Maybe there will be faceless mages. I don't know. Maybe not. You're just going to have to tune in and find out. Every weekday at 4:30. I won't be publishing the comic then, but you can certainly talk about it. I'll be off work. Ha! I've been got. I've been had. Oh, fie. But yeah, clearly magic does exist in Trap Finders. The Mage's Pearl was casting a lot of arcane magic. In fact, was the only person that we've seen casting arcane magic. Do-do-do. Boop. She does have a quiver. I don't want to add it to like this side. There's enough going on that side. And the other side's obscured. So I think what we'll do is we'll just put it on the branch. The pig girl will be using magic. You'll be happy to know I do have a name for her. A name I actually quite enjoyed. So you know it's going to be stupid. I can draw a cylinder. Do 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 do. And the pig girl is actually going to be introduced within this chapter. So she's coming right up. Oh, No, okay. She's not going to be Pigma levels of stupid, but she is Zib levels of stupid. I will say that. So if you know me in naming things, you will not be surprised when you find out what her name is, and you will also probably go, oh, God, Zib. And it's not Rachel Cheddarton or whatever it was you came up with before, Black Fox. She is not, in fact, the pig girl is, in fact, not a rat girl with a big ass. Don't know why that's an epidemic now, but... I mean, it's true, you do. Yeah, it will not be as bad as Pigma Dengar. Doggos will make a return. One thing that I've pointed out before is that there are no wild animals. Or I'm sorry, there are no domestic animals that are Critterkin. Love you to join us for a bite. I unironically love this song. Because I know exactly how I would do this. Like, I would love to do this at like a furry talent show with full animatronics. Like, or at least suits. To join the animatronic family. We're hoping real soon. Because someone in purple murdered me. Deep underground, what have I done to deserve this damnation? You're the one to blame. So you don't even know your name. But you're here now and we've got temptation. Hip quivers are an interesting idea, but they are not always practical. Depends on where you're drawing them from, depends on how fast you need to draw them. Hip quivers would probably also be a lot louder, since your leg moves a lot more than your back does. No, like I said, I unironically love that song. I think it's great. It's based off Sister Location. Padding adds weight. Weight makes you slower. It's like, I'm not saying there's no way to do it, Black Box. I guess I'm just saying if you're a ranger, if you're built for speed and stealth, you make as little noise and you carry as little stuff as possible. If that padding gets wet, then it becomes extremely heavy. Yeah, think about that. Look at how Aragorn travels in Lord of the Rings as a Dunedain. Like he's all the way in Bree, waiting for Gandalf and the hobbits. Dude's got nothing. Dude's got like maybe a satchel. Like he doesn't really have like a backpack or anything. And the hobbits are carrying like their entire fucking kitchen sink with them. And they're bonking and binking and making all kinds of fucking noise. You know, what about second breakfast and all that shit? You know, it's like Aragorn's just fucking quiet. It'd be good for fighters. There you go. I would think a hip quiver would probably be better for bolts, just due to the fact that bolts are shorter and they would take up less room, be a little easier to draw. Yes, this is true. As you should do a lot of running. Like, I still think most people, not just DMs, but most people should read the Conan books, the Howard Conan books. I think they are really, really good examples of what fantasy is when it's not, you know, Lord of the Rings high fantasy, you know, craziness. Sword and sorcery is such an interesting category, and it is very, I would say it's very poorly represented nowadays. But I find it very interesting when I read Howard's prose, because he goes into such detail about the environment and everything. But the other thing that makes him so unique is his hero, Conan, is not fearless. He's not some robot, you know, that just is just like, you know, blood and thunder, and he kills everything. There's your gamer reference, Ferdy. But the thing about Conan is he's terrified of shit all the time, and he runs from stuff all the time. Some otherworldly shit, you're welcome. Otherworldly shit, you know, not every warrior is going to just stand there and go, I will hack you to bits with my +2 bastard sword, a flaming bastard. You know, it's like, it's not interesting anymore. You know, it's more interesting when the hero's just like, fuck this giant spider right in the thorax, and he runs, you know. Ball bearings are good ammo and floor traps. Thank you. Is this the greatest hits of the player's handbook? Ball bearings should not be easy to get in D&D. Like, I've purchased ball bearing. I've actually purchased skate bearings for this machine that I made, but I've purchased ball bearings before, and it's like they are highly polished, almost perfectly spherical pieces of metal. There is no way to make those in a medieval setting. You could make something very close, but it would not be very efficient to roll things on, as what bearings are supposed to do. The hell is this science time with Zib? Jesus. I was talking about Conan. But yeah, I think more RPG players should enjoy Howard's books and should see what it's like to have a character who is a hero, but he's not this ridiculous heroic fantasy character. He's not a World of Warcraft character, able to beat down giant monsters and only take a little bit of damage. No, he gets scared and runs away from shit all the time. Molds still have mold lines, Black Fox, especially primitive ones that don't have any way of like hydraulic pressure or things like that. I actually worked in a pewter forge for about a month. It was interesting. I got to see how forging worked in a production environment. But Howard's books are very good, and I think it's interesting. It kind of goes along with the Gary Gygax kind of quote about gaming, because I find it interesting that so many people are like, well, why would we even bother going to the Evil Fortress? We could just hire some adventurers to do it. And the same question was posed, like, why would you go to the top of the Dark Tower in this Dark Tower module? And paraphrasing, of course, but Gygax was like, because it's there. Adventuring is more than just, well, what loot can we get? It's there. There's a mysterious tower in the middle of nowhere. No one's been there. No one knows what's inside, and no one knows what could possibly go wrong in there. Let's check it out. As opposed to, what loot's in there? God, all the monsters make me burpy because I'm all excited and talking like some kind of idiot. But, I find it very interesting, the temperature of adventure games nowadays. I think one thing Gygax was talking about was like, we didn't raid the dungeon because we knew there were going to be 8 million magic items in it. It was a dungeon. It was unknown. It was dangerous and scary. I guess it kind of goes back to that page I drew a long time ago when I was so like, oh no, I'm drawing Hiroko in her pajamas. Oh, jeez. But, she was talking about joining a guild and like all the resources and help and personnel they'd be able to count on because of that guild. And then she was like, but without all that, is there even an adventure? It's like, if you have a cartographer that's showing you how to read the map, if you have a blacksmith making perfect climbing pitons for you, if you have, a Fletcher making you flawless arrows, and then you go to this dungeon, are you really adventuring? Or are you just kind of on a guided tour? Most of all, it was there. Absolutely. You adventure because it's there. And somebody made a good point. I don't recall who it was, but somebody made a very good point. An adventure isn't an adventure without a little bit of danger. Danger is kind of an intrinsic thing. It's interesting that we all, myself included, we all shy away from danger when we can, when we have the option. But sometimes when you're forced into a situation, or you're just kind of stuck in something. Why is this down to 72? There we go. I wondered why that looked like crap. But when you put a little bit of danger into a situation, it makes it much more meaningful when you come across when you come out the other end. You come out the other end and you're maybe beaten up a little bit, but you're okay. You made it through the experience. I have forgotten. Remind me to take a picture for you guys of the adorable figures I got when I was in Iowa. They're super cute. They're little RPG figures, but remind me, because I'm just looking at them right now, and it's like, oh, if I wasn't knee-deep in drawing right now, I would totally do that. But yeah, blah, 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 me talking, but adventure is so much more than finding a magic item or, killing a big bad evil guy, Adventure is there just as a force of nature almost, as a compulsion. I feel like we should listen to that compulsion more often. I say that. I am in the Midwest. Bored as bored can be. I should go on an adventure. I should pull a Bilbo and I should go on an adventure and meet some dwarves and rock out and completely get some treasure and meet some elves. You fight some spiders. Yep, exactly. Adventures are more than the treasure that you find. Adventures are the people you meet and the lives you touch. Can't promise adventure, but you know a place I can go. I have been to Arby's. It is an adventure. A gastrointestinal adventure. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm beginning to believe that those ellipses are really standing more for an incredibly loud eye roll. Methinks I have made a door bald man. Oh, there's the laugh. Okay. All right, I was worried for a moment. Thanks, Slippy. You piece of shit amphibian. I was gonna say, is there a reason you're not letting me draw? Come on. How are you liking this so far, Gray? How's the ink looking? Anything that you would change or you'd want to edit or touch up, anything like that? Oh, you're eating food. No. I'll just have to tell a story or something. What is this from? Let's see. This is from Red Dead Redemption 2. This is the epilogue. Okay, story time with Zib. So one day I was walking around and I said to myself, boy, it is hot outside. So I went into a store because they had air conditioning and I enjoyed the air conditioning. But then they were like, hey, are you going to pay for that air conditioning? And I was like, no. And then they chased me out of the store. And the moral of the story is don't carry an AC unit that's heavier than you can carry. That's the story. You know, while Gray is BRBing, oh, good, you found your hate. Black Fox Honey, please start looking at your messages before you hit enter. Please. Just please. Oh man, I finally found my hate. You know, it was right next to my malice and I didn't even see it. And God, they were both sitting in the middle of my cruelty. God damn it, Canada. It's like, oh my God, Black Fox, please. My sides. I can't take it. Should start adding little details. The hate you stole from Sister X, who dumped her on Valentine's Day. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. The guys over at Merriam-Webster are just in their graves. You just walked into his house, took the hat, and walked out. Good. Very, very good. Good. I also rolled a fat hat and just took a big ol' hit of it before the stream. Oh my God. Somebody help me. Somebody fucking help me. What am I doing with my life? Oh God. God and golly. Like how my phone's just like, you set a bedtime reminder. And I'm just like, I'm not going to pay attention to that because I have shit to do. I do still want to get high and watch Ghostbusters sometime. But I would be the guy, unfortunately. I would be the guy who gets high and watches Ghostbusters, then cries because all the ghosts mean that they're all dead people. And they're just sad. Oh God. Oh man. I do know I should be careful for drunk Zib to show up again. Good Lord. That was a debacle. I went back over those and I was like, Jesus Christ. Should have just been like, delete. Drunk Zib needs to stay bottled away. He is dangerous to my brand. Oh my God. I will add arrows to that quiver once I start doing coloring. I'm not going to worry about those for the moment. Oh, goodness gracious me. Ooh. Oh my God, this song. Jesus. Tartarus. Ugh. I loved Persona 5, warts and all, but Jesus. I did. I really did. That was a turning point for Zib. I thought you were demanding Danger Kitty boobies, and I was just like, well, I mean, I have it over there. Boop 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 beeloo. do 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 do. If I look at the reference, nope, no gloves, but she does have markings. So those forearms, that's a circle. I don't need a circle. Well, that's... There we go. Sha! Look at that bodice. I have too much power with this software. Fix gal boobies. Well, you're going to be waiting a bit. I'll go back to the pen tool. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm terrible with power. I'm absolutely terrible with power. All the way there. Let's make that better. Come on, gang. Let's make it better. Hello, what is this? This doesn't sound like Pokemon. Oh, Never Say Never, the animation from Danganronpa. We'll skip that one. There we go, Carbon Harvest. Something, something, don't give their power. Something, something. And for God's sake, don't remove his inhibitions. I mean, you did. You did. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you requested Cobalt Boobies a la Zib. I wanted a circle because that's what I wanted. Boop, 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 boop. Circle? No. How do I activate the circle? There we are. Circle. Fine circle it will be. Use the shift key. Which does jack all... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, it has a weird outline. No, no, I don't want that. This is the one time I'm not wanting edging. Okay, there we go. I usually have an edge on most stuff that I do. Because the edging usually makes it look better, but... You're not in the right headspace for this. Oh, this actually turned out pretty good. This is pretty good for 2 hours. I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised, I guess. I'm happy at how this is turning out. Seems like I've been getting lucky with like the pieces I've been doing. So I felt very good about Adorbald's piece. I'm feeling good about this one, so it is interesting because just going off of when I really started drawing, trying to take like trap finders more seriously. There was a distinct change in how things looked, and I've been noticing it more as of late. Not that it's great, not that it's perfect. It's certainly not that, but I'm very happy with the growth, I guess. It's not often I can say I'm happy about my growth. I am a tiny kobold. Well, not tiny, just short. The wrong idea. The adjective to describe me is thunderous. But I like this. I think the bow being there at the moon kind of helps point the piece, and it kind of has a diagonal kind of look. It is going against interesting. It is kind of going against the rule of people will go from left to right, up to down when they look at a piece. So they're like, there's nothing here. There's nothing up here in the top left. And really all this is doing is it's leading you down to the wolf and then up to the moon. It's unconventional, but maybe it'll work. Wonder if I can get some detail on the bodice here. Oh, wouldn't that be a terrible stream? Karaoke with Zib. Beep, beep. Map, map. Map, map. Oh, is there a new meme outfit? I saw one earlier and I saved it because I thought about doing another one. Ironically, 13 years of Trap Finders did not get as much attention as the meme picture I did of Katya wearing the meme outfit. A revealing golden dress. Oh my goodness. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Whack, whack. That boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay. Hey, Gray, welcome back. Welcome back. This is where we are at. I'd like to know if you have any Any notes? Anything you'd like to change? I was just adding some detail to the bodice just for fun, so doesn't necessarily have to be there. Lower lip points up, kind of points a bit too sharp upward. Gotcha. Okay, I can see that. Let's try deleting the whole thing. There we go. Perfect. No, sorry. Sorry, I do shit like that. I'm sorry. Kind of an asshole. I'm sorry. D. Let's give that a little bit lower. Gives her a more stoic expression. Let's see. Maybe try that one more time. Sorry. More along those lines. A little higher up. Gotcha. Give her a little lip. That might actually help, too. Add some definition to the face a little bit there, just to... How is that? I mean, she's not like my usual cartoony style, so I'm getting used to the idea that the muzzle is not the way that I like cartoonishly do that. This is more of like a realistic wolf style, so. Because the original reference that you gave me is awesome. Like I like that it's a more natural style wolf. I just struggle with those. This is why I've drawn a cartoon for the last 30 years. 30? Jesus. Oh God, if Trapfinders goes for 30 years, I'm gonna die. Gives her less of the like the kind of typical anthro look and gives her more of like a classical anthro look, which I think is sorely lacking nowadays. Like artists like Dark Natasha from a million years ago. Like that style. 30 years still waiting on that happy ending. Yeah. Got to get to them pages. Yeah, you know, that is one of the reasons I wanted to make sure I worked on this is because I have no pages in reserve currently. I actually I'm twisted in the wind. I have no pages waiting for not this coming week, but the week after. So I'm going to need to be doing some work. Well, thank you, Gray. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I honestly think that you did the right thing with the onesie. It's gonna allow a little bit more of a breakup of her color, which she doesn't need a ton of it, but it will make her less like two colors. So I think that's gonna look really good. Is there anything special about the moon that I should know? Like any formations, any marks, anything on the moon that might be of significance, or is it a very pale moon? You know I'll do my best. Ah, crap. I need to lie better.
Shit.
I'm not.
He was, in fact, lying.
I need Ron Howard to narrate my life like it's an episode of Always Sunny. Or not Always Sunny, Arrested Development. Oh, I don't lie at people. It's dumb. Ugh.
Wakey.
Oh, I had an idea while I was at this last convention, bored out of my mind because no one was buying shit. The thing I've seen on other people's tables that I totally want to do myself is the don't want to buy anything from my table? That's fine. Just here, donate to paying for my dog's food. It's a pale color with a tinge of a deep blue. Interesting. Okay, let's merge these. Well, let me save everything first and make sure that I get that all in there because I am terrible about saving. I still have that Katya piece. I haven't inked it yet. That's the sad thing. There we go. So... Oh, you know what? That'll be easier. I will do... I'm going to do my little trick. Something I've found that is very useful for me is... This is digital art. I don't have to lose anything. I don't have to get rid of anything. All I have to do is put a copy of it in a folder somewhere. So, for example, with this, I want to go ahead and I want to put the line art all on one layer. Well, if I do that, I can't take it out of that. That's the way it will be permanently. Well, why would I bother doing that when I could just put a copy of all of the regular line art in a folder, make it invisible, and then take all of these happy little guys and then merge them. So now I have all the line art in their own layers, but it's just in a folder that I can't see. Yay! So now when I do this, I think this will work. Let's see what we can do. I've heard this battle song so many times for Culdcept.
Skeleton versus Wall of Ice.
Yeah, if the power went out while I was saving, I would probably just not come back to the stream, and you would just see a news story about a kobold having gone wild in the central U.S.
Magic Duck.
I love the frickin' narrator in Culdcept Saga, because he is like the most milquetoast voice ever. Like I said, it's just like
Magic Duck versus Giant Steamroller. The defense made the attack.
it's goofy. Pale with a deep blue. The corn. All my ethanols. Oh. That's not the real voice of GLaDOS. I love the voice of GLaDOS. She's a sweet little lady. Except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want your freedom, take it. That's what I'm counting on. I want you dead, but now I only want you gone. Wow, 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 wow. She was a lot like you, maybe not quite as heavy. Now little Carolyn is in me too. Oh, they woke me up so I could live forever. Doesn't claim that same will never happen for you. You've got your short, sad life left. That's what I'm counting on. I'll let you get right to it. Now I only want you gone. You're my only friend. Oh, did you think I meant you? No, there needed to be the cut there. There needed to be the cut there. In the original Portal 2 one, it cuts. Oh man. I'll stop feeling so bad. You make some new disaster. That's what I'm counting on. Someone else's problem. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. When the original Still Alive came on at the end of the first Portal game, it was a complete, like, I didn't expect it at all. And then it just was, it was my everything. That's what I was fucking trying to get. Some like this, but it needs a little bit. Yeah, Half-Life and Portal take place not only in the same world, but at the same time. GLaDOS even makes a joke about it in the song, where she says, why don't you go find some help? Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke. Ha, fat chance. Because Black Mesa is the company that Gordon Freeman works for that caused the whole goddamn mess. La 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 la. Ba-do-do-do, ba-do-do-do. Yeah, this is kind of what I was going for, Gray. Let me try to add some lighter. Let's get some pale yellow in there. Just a little bit. Oh God, yes, the first adventure crit. Somebody finds the Critterus. Why did I say that? God damn it. God damn it, my headphones fell off. Oh, jeez. Why did I say that? Because it's like the first thing that came to mind. Because I've been playing RPGs for so fucking long that things like that come out of my mouth when I'm playing the game pretty much at any time. It is a unfortunate cost of Zibness. Cost of doing Zibness. I don't know if this is exactly what you were looking for, Grave. This is kind of what I understand. What you mean, like pale, but with a touch of blue, or should the blue be even more? Should the blue be still more subtle, or? Few craters? Gotcha. It's a pretty good shadow blue. Oh, more cyberpunk. Virtual. And then out of that, we actually use the pencil tool to define some more of those craters. Yeah, man, Gray's a world builder. He's got all kinds of fucking ideas over there, cooking up in that brain. I have not finished Cyberpunk yet, actually. You see, Black Fox, for 40 hours a week, I am far away from my PC. It is my greatest regret.
Is that real subtle? Of course not. That's not subtle, you blue idiot. Come on. Trying to allude to further scarring on the lunar surface without there being ridiculous amounts of detail having to be put in. There we go. Nice. Oh, hey. We must work at the same place. Dum, dum, dum. Okay. Where? I only, unfortunately, only get to do 2 days from home a week, but it's still 2 days that I get to be home and work, so that's fine by me. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life, guys? There we are. God, I was looking for that. Let's go with the fur here. So the blue is a lighter blue. Bluish gray. Blocking in the colors, blocking in the colors. It's so fun. For my friend Gray. Oh, you know what I thought the other day? I was like, I have not gotten back to fucking Bird Doctor. So I think once we finish Death's Door, which, like I said, once I've got the commissions done, I'll move back to playing games in the evenings. But once we finish Death's Door, I might restart Bird Doctor and have a good time with that. Unless that game was boring the hell out of you guys. I thought it was really neat. I liked the story. Yeah, I quite liked Bird Doctor. So, I do have, actually, Adorbald, I do have all of my episodes of Bird Doctor on my YouTube channel. And you can check them out if you'd like. You might have to suffer through some drawing unless you want to fast forward. Yeah, that's a good question. Do you really want to check out more Zib? There is a hard limit. There is a stopping point that you will get to. Where you're just like, I have had enough of this blue guy. There has to be a kobold on here that's a different primary color. And that armor is a deeper brown, so like more of a mahogany. The stopping point was 20 hours ago. Okay, and then the onesie So this is new. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that scarf. Let's do all the known colors before we get our color hat on. Oh my goodness, I forgot her face. Why would I forget her face? That face, that face, that dangerous face. Simply wise. This is not a really good song to sing. Some from the producers in. Oh, there we are. Now it's done. Okay. Oh, and her other hand. Well, I am just swinging and missing today. Nerp. Merp, 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 merp. Okay. So those are our known colors. And that ring, it's kind of an iron ring. Mew, mew, mew. Oh my God, other people know the producers. Thank God. What a great show. My friend's parents went to see the producers when it was still on Broadway, and Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick were still doing it. And somebody apparently got up in the middle of the performance to go use the restroom, and Nathan Lane noticed it. So when they got back really quickly. When they got back, he was like, "What did you do? Shit in the lobby?" Oh, God, to have been there, that would have been amazing. It is with no small bit of relief that I recall that they flew back home from that on September 10th, 2011. Or 2001, I should say. That was scary. Yeah, it kind of puts a damper on an otherwise really cool story. Good job, Zib. Okay, so we've got some interesting warm tones on top of her cool tones. So I'm thinking I can bridge the gap with a cooler tone that leans a little warm. So I think we're going to go off of her blue. Let's see if we can't get something out of this. Let's see if we can't get some mileage out of that color. I don't hate it immediately. I wonder if I can throw more gray into it. Warm it up a little bit. Do, 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 do. Ooh, I kind of like that. It's a little more desaturated. Like it's not super colorful, so it's a good armor, definitely. Yeah, that little interstitial piece there in the bodice. I was going to do a darker brown for that. Closer to a ebony. There we go. Do 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 do. What do you think of that color, Gray? Or would you prefer the bodysuit being a brighter color? I mean, I'm all for whatever you'd like. I'm just playing off of stuff that I think looks good. Do 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 do. I'm kind of looking at it just as like a utilitarian kind of thing. It's like it's more. It's not super bright, I guess, but it does stand out a little bit more. And the blue and the deeper blue plays off of her lighter blue and all that good stuff, and it's also complementary to the red. I don't know anything about color theory, but I do know that I've colored things improperly for a very long time. Thanks, person that follows me on Discord. Yeah, someone was helping me with color, or they were like, oh, I'm going to color this page and show you how it could be. I was like, oh, cool. And then they never talked to me again. Like, oh, okay. Neat. Glad I'm not worth your time. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. She has yellow eyes. And she has a little bit of wolfy eyeshadow on there. I'm not sure if she needs it in this incarnation, but we'll see. Does this just make her look like she came out of a Hot Topic, or will this work? And the quiver goes with her armor, so we will throw that on there. That's right, we will add the arrows. I learned a very long time ago that adding arrows with black and white lines is an enormous pain in the ass and a waste of time. So just paint the arrows lineless style, and they look fine. Especially when you have them like the way that they're in your reference. I love how they did that. There we go. Then we do this little number. Again, your reference artist was way better at me than this. Okay, not that far. Let's do this. There we go. And then... And then... Come on, select the thing I want you to select. Thank you. Now select more of it. You can just keep selecting shit. It's cool. There we go. And then do one of these little jobbies. Actually, let's cut that. Oop. And there we go. And then we'll do one of these. A little of those. Nope. Zoom in. Now. And the very thin fletching lines. Oh, that won't do, will it? That simply won't do. Can't have that black line there. Silly. Silly, I say. Absolutely silly. Oh, fix that. Yeah, what layer is that? Ah! Tonight on Drawing with Zib, we watch as Zib fletches a bunch of arrows like an idiot. Stay tuned.
Oh, fletching episode was peak Zib.
I definitely need to find a better way to fletch these. Here's what I'll do. Let's do it in a ridiculously bright color that I can then alter to what I need it to be. You know what we're going to do? Let's not do something silly like this. We can just color the tree. That would probably be wiser. And the sky... We will get to the sky in a moment. Sorry, I'm quiet, guys. You guys still there? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I heard a click and I was just like, I don't know why I thought this was a phone call. Okay. Cool. Dementia's interesting. I know that. I'm just dumb. I lived in the time when there were telephones and you had a number you had to dial. I taught some kid with weird hair the Kamehameha. Do I remember when I died with a turny bit? I think somebody's tired and it's you. Clap. Usually I expect that kind of dialogue from Black Fox, Adorball, not you. I hold you to a higher standard. Oh, yes, I do remember when I dialed with the turny bit. Oh. You will join the ranks of most people. You're fine. Don't worry about it. This goofy little toot noise that it makes is with a little modifier that goes in the end of the trumpet called a harmamute. One of my very best friends plays the trumpet. Plays it well. Like a warrior. Might be asking yourself, Zib, why are you spending so much time on these fletchings? It's to give the illusion that I know what I'm doing.
at them there arrows. There we go. I just got hit with a wave of wanting to play Master of Magic. I think it's because the music sounds very DOSy. Thanks, Gray. I just wanted it to be nice because I wanted it to be nice. Hopefully it's not sarcastic. If it is, then I would just fall apart. Doot, 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 doot. Zoom in, Zippy. Yeah, I keep forgetting to zoom in. That's my bad, guys. Sorry. I'm like, I can draw this from a mile away, and then it's like trying to paint a miniature with a baseball bat. Speaking of miniatures, I've abused my powers as a 3D print enthusiast, and I have created copies of the original HeroQuest figures. They are delightful. I adore them. They will be going with my my 2024 or my 2020. Was it 2021? Yeah, I think 2021 HeroQuest.
tie the whole thing with the bow here together. I thought this might look nice. Let's see if I'm right. That would look better if it was not as blotchy, but yeah, you see what I mean? Trying to get a little bit of like the moonlight on the string. Just a fun little thing. Just I really should stop trying to do fun little things because it's like this isn't my picture. This isn't my art. This is for someone. You silly little blue person. It's barely noticeable. It's not really worth it. No, yeah, it needs to be deeper than that. And it actually needs to be a gradient. Other way around. Okay, that needs a gradient too. Can I just get the green, please? That's what I'm looking for. I should fill in some of those as well. I guess I'll just use the subtractive. There we go. Just had to turn tolerance down.
Let's try something more drastic. Let's see if we can't get this fucking thing to work. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Okay. 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 All right, Gray, what do you think? I had to do something with the forest there in the background just to give it some of the moonlight, because otherwise it was just green. I think the forest could probably use a couple of pieces of color here. Oh, sorry, the stream closed on you, Black Fox. Not sure why that happened, but my apologies. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Come on. Lord, what's going on with that pen? Gonna blur this a little bit more so it's a little more like foliage. Oops.
Okay, and let's hit it with blur. Oops. A little too close to her leg there. Okay, do a little foreground shading. So it's going to look strange at first, so just trust me on this one. We're on a separate layer anyway. I believe we are. Yep, separate layer. Oops, and her. Her hand needs a little fix there. Oops, where'd that go? There we go. Oh. So, let me see if this works. This is something I've been wanting to try. Oop. Oh, I gotta play the goddamn sad music from Tunic. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do what I want it to do. Look, hey, little blue guy, I think you've had enough. I'll tell you when I've had enough, you tall drink of shit. Play the sad music from Tunic. Here's $20. It's Monopoly money. Alright, let's do this the way we were doing it before. $20 is $20. Yeah. A stunningly appropriate mantra.
Yeah, sorry for the long silence there, Gray. I will get this a little bit more duded up, and then I will send it out to you and see what you think. If you have any notes or anything that you want to change or fix up, just let me know. This has been a lot of fun to work on, so I appreciate it, and yeah, I'll just be in touch shortly with a little bit more colorful piece. Sounds good. Okay, now can I do this? Oh, damn. No. Yeah, I should probably quit for the night. I've been up for 3 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna work on shading this and get this done. But thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it greatly. This should be done very shortly, and then we should be back to some games until I can manage to convince people that I can do more missions. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Gray. Thank you, Black Fox. Blue, I know you were here as well. Adorable, thank you so much for being here. Hope you all have a good night, and we will catch you again on Monday's stream. Good night.